Good morning, Pottsgrove, and welcome to the 69th Annual Color Day. All right, Color Day is and always will be a special tradition here at Pottsgrove. It's a celebration of our school, our students, our traditions, and our community. It's a day where we can all stand together as one united group of Pottsgrovians. Yes, there's competition. Yes, each class wants to win. And yes, we battle with intensity. But at the end of the day, we are all one united Pottsgrove. The theme of this year's Color Day is Gratitude is the Attitude. In a few moments, you will listen to our Color Day finalists speak on this topic. Please listen to what they have to say. Listen to their experiences, and perhaps you may find that you share something in common with them. Another tradition of Color Day is to celebrate the success and accomplishments of one of our own. Today, from the class of 2017, we will recognize Miss Sierra Clemmer. Thank you, Ms. Clemmer, for sharing your time and your words with us today. There are a lot of people who are responsible for making Color Day the great event that it has become. So at this time, I'd like to personally thank Mr. Meller, Mr. Ansbach, Ms. Bedard, Mr. Engstrom, Mr. Rambo, Mr. Shantz, Mrs. McMahon, Mr. Kriebel, Mr. Desiderio, Mr. Rusevich, Ms. Childs, and Mr. Kincaid. I'd also like to thank the custodial staff and the administrative assistants and all the other staff members who worked so hard to make Color Day the tremendous success that it has become. I'd also like to thank Mr. Zaccarda and Mr. Stein, Mr. Bittler, Dr. Finnerty, and for all their hard work and support in making Color Day happen. So, without further ado, at this time, would you all please join me in putting your hands together and give a big Pottsgrove welcome to today's Master of Ceremonies, Kinasia Alexander.
Hi, welcome to the 69th Annual Color Day, a tradition like no other and one that makes Pottsgrove very special. My name is Kinasia Alexander, and I will serve as your Masters of Ceremonies this morning. On behalf of Pottsgrove High School, I would like to welcome students, parents, and faculty and administration to this year's Color Day. Our theme for this year is Gratitude is the Attitude. And now I'd like to introduce our own Pottsgrove vocalists under Miss Amy McMahon, who will perform our alma mater, followed by the Star Spangled Banner. Would you please rise and remain standing for the singing of our alma mater and the Star Spangled Banner? Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow students, teacher, and staff, each year, part of the Color Day tradition, we bring back one of our graduates so they may share their life experiences after graduating from Pottsgrove. This morning, I am pleased to welcome back from the class of 2017, Ms. Sierra Clemmer. Sierra Clemmer is a proud member of the Pottsgrove class of 2017. During her time at Pottsgrove, she participated in advanced choir, concert choirs, show choir, a cappella group, and was a recurring national anthem soloist for many sporting events. She was also captain of the cheerleading squad. In her senior year, she also performed in all of the plays and musicals held here at Pottsgrove. After high school, Sierra found a way to continue her love of theater by returning to the Falcon's Nest, where she continues to be involved in the school drama program. When her day job is complete, Ms. Clemmer returns to Pottsgrove, where she serves as an assistant director for the musicals for the PGHS Theater Company. She has found a way to turn her passion to a fulfilling side job. Since 2021, her goal has been to help grow the theater program and positively impact every student that joins. She is excited to work on this year's production of Fiddler on the Roof and hopes you all come out to see it. Let's give a warm welcome to our 2017 alumna, Ms. Sierra Clemmer.
Good morning, students, teachers, family, and friends. It is a true honor to be here today as part of this long-standing Pottsgrove tradition. As we embrace this year's theme, I'm filled with both gratitude and a deep sense of privilege to be standing before you. When I reflect on my high school experience, Color Day stands out as one of my all-time favorite memories. I remember every class team name we had, the outfits I wore, the spirit of camaraderie that defined my class, especially when we won both our junior and senior years. And I also remember sitting exactly where you are, eagerly awaiting for the alumni speaker to wrap it up so I can throw on my face paint and bandana and anxiously await the relay race. Just know, I get it. You're in the thick of it right now, surrounded by the pressures of balancing academics, sports, and friendships. I also stand here knowing you've probably already had a gratitude speech given to you by your parents or loved ones that ends with them telling you to enjoy being young while it lasts. As adults, we often try to instill that sense of gratitude in you because we've had time to reflect on how quickly life passes us by. But I know it's hard to truly appreciate high school when you're young and focused on what's next. Many of you are probably looking ahead to graduation, to the next chapter, and it can be tough to slow down and appreciate the moment. The truth is, the experiences you're having now, the relationships you're building, the clubs you're involved in, the lessons you're learning, will form the foundation of the adult you become. When I was here, I was cheer captain and an active member of the choirs and a proud participant in the theater program. At the time, I just loved being on stage and cheering on the sidelines in my cute little cheer uniform. But looking back, I realized those experiences were shaping me in ways I didn't fully understand. Cheerleading gave me leadership skills I use today when I direct our school's musical. Being in the choir and performing on stage helped me become a confident public speaker and gain collaboration skills I now use daily in my career. From my reflection, I realize how grateful I am for my time at Pottsgrove, and I wish I had paused in those moments to fully appreciate them. Yes, one day high school will be a small chapter in the story of your life, but that's the beauty of gratitude. By practicing gratitude, we train ourselves to notice the good things, whether they're big or small. And in doing so, we allow ourselves to appreciate life just a little bit more. Now, I'm not saying you need to have the exact same high school experience as I did to develop a new outlook on gratitude. Maybe you're not into clubs, performances, or sports, and that's perfectly okay. But I do hope you take a moment to appreciate the resources at your fingertips right now. Things like a fantastic library, access to free computers, amazing teachers who go above and beyond to connect with you, and the opportunity to learn and grow. I encourage you to take a beat and reflect on all of this, especially as you walk these halls. I wish I had done that more when I was in your shoes. One thing I know for certain that you're all grateful for right now are your friends. Look around and find your friends in the audience. These are the people who will stand by you through everything. Through the ups and downs of student life, The pressures, the academic pressures, the highs and lows of student life, and the ups and downs of Color Day, and all the milestones hidden in between. Lifelong friendships are being built right here. I'm living proof. Not only did I marry my high school boyfriend, but all of our high school friends were in our wedding. Even some of our teachers attended, something that high school me would have never predicted. As I stand here today, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude with my time here at Pottsgrove, and that gratitude only grows stronger as I'm involved with the theater program. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this speech, it's this. Hold your friends close and your experiences here at Pottsgrove closer. Appreciate the small moments because time moves quickly. And in the wise words of author Melody Beattie, gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Best of luck to you all, and thank you so much.
On behalf of Pottsgrove High School, we would like to present you with this token of our appreciation for sharing your time with us today. We hope you can stand around and help us celebrate our 69th Color Day. Thank you for your time and for coming back to see us. Now I would like to welcome to the stage our athletic director, Mr. Steve Onspach, who will share some thoughts about Color Day.
Thank you. Gratitude is the attitude, this year's 69th Color Day theme. When I think about this theme, 2 words come to mind. Number 1, appreciation. Appreciation because we continue to be part of this cherished tradition named Color Day at the Grove. 69 years of celebrating school spirit at the Grove is something we all should be extremely proud of. As I mentioned in our class meetings Tuesday, there is no school district that can mirror what we do. Number 2, thankfulness. We are very thankful for you, the Pottsgrove student body, and our entire high school staff for your dedication and commitment to today's events. I have been here for 7 years, and every year, Color Day gets better and better. We are thankful for our class advisors, our Color Day class advisors, Mr. Meller, who is responsible for the organization of today's events, Mr. Stock, who is responsible for this morning's program, and Mr. Shantz, who organizes the musical performances in the auditorium today. We are thankful for our class advisors who help lead you, the class of 2025, 2026, 2027, and 2028. We are thankful for our students who put 10 to 20 hours in our Color Day banners that you will see in the gym today. They are remarkable, and I thank you for your time. I'm also very thankful for these 8 brave seniors who are going to speak in front of you today. There is a team who is responsible for this year's 69th Color Day. That team is everyone sitting in this auditorium, which I am grateful for. Pottsgrove, let's have an epic day.
Thank you, Mr. Onspach. On the stage to my left are your 2025 Color Day finalists. I would like to introduce each of them and have them stand when called. Ethan Chambers. Paige Peterson. Jermaine Kennedy. Samantha Tenesaka. Johnny Neihart. Emily Gomez. Tommy Boyce. Savannah Van Horn. You may be seated. Congratulations to all the finalists and best of luck to all of you. And now our first finalist is Ethan Chambers.
Good morning, everyone. Seniors, how we feeling? Good? Yes? Great. Okay. I would first like to start by saying how honored, humbled, and grateful I am to speak in front of all of you this morning. Watching past seniors speak on a day like today has always been so fun and exciting to me. So to have the opportunity myself to speak a little before you is such a pleasure. I'm not going to lie. When I first heard that the theme of this year's Color Day was "Gratitude is the Attitude," I chuckled and laughed at it because I thought surely everyone in their own way knows what they're grateful for and knows it is important to acknowledge that gratefulness. But then as I thought about what to say in this speech, it dawned on me that that mindfulness and way of thinking may not be the case for everyone. It is so easy for a person to say that they are grateful for things such as health, safety, friendship. However, what is really important is identifying within those different categories specific moments in your life where you can actually pinpoint a time where you recognized you had gratitude for something. This morning, I wanted to share with all of you a story of a time when gratitude was highlighted in my life and how I continue to express it and encourage you to as well. On Friday, February 5th, 2016, my dad fell 15 feet off of a ladder and came, as the doctors say, inches away from paralyzation and/or death. It was a time in my life where trauma, pain, guilt, sadness, and any other negative emotion you could think of washed over me day in and day out. For the following year to come, I spent every day waiting in either a waiting room, physical therapy lobby, or even our car driving back and forth to see my dad and support him as he recovered at the hospital. I look back on that day and that moment as the hardest challenge I have ever faced in my life, because in that moment, there was nothing I, as a meek little 9-year-old, could do. All there was for me to do was sit back and let the adults handle the situation. And because of this, I felt so helpless. To be quite honest, rarely ever do I speak about this occurrence in my life. However, I thought it was important to share with all of you because of the things I take away from it. Although I couldn't do much about the situation, there were countless people who could. Friends, family, doctors, nurses, community members, even people I had never met before in my life, all rallied around not just my dad, but my entire family. For the 19 days after my dad fell, I got to experience and witness my gratitude unfold as I watched the countless doctors and nurses tend to my dad, along with the physical therapists who helped my dad walk again. My grandparents and aunt and uncles who watched my sister and I while my mom focused on caring for my dad. My teachers who understood my situation and supported me both in and outside of school. My friends who, even at the same age as me, understood that I was in a time of need and cared for me and made sure that I was okay. The families who provided gift cards and pre-cooked meals for my mom and I so we could drive up to the hospital every night and see my dad. It wasn't an easy battle for any of us, but to relate back to the theme of this speech, that is why I am so grateful for the people who surrounded me then and still do surround me now. And that is my message for all of you today. You may not realize it at this exact moment, but the people, things, experiences, and everything else that surrounds you in the blink of an eye can be gone in an instant. So I encourage you to truly acknowledge those things and those people. What I want to leave you all with today is the idea of embracing the mindset that gratitude truly is the attitude. Having a mindset like this isn't just a philosophy to have, but it can also be a way to transform a person's life. I encourage you all to focus on the things you do have in this life rather than the things you may lack. Let us choose gratitude every day, in every moment, and watch as it makes our lives and the people's around us better. Once again, I am truly honored and grateful to be standing up here before you this morning, and I thank you. Have a great day, everyone, and let's go seniors.
Thank you, Ethan. Next, our next finalist will be Paige Peterson.
Good morning, guys. You hear me all right? You got me? All right. Quiet this morning, okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Now, when I was doing some searching for a quote to use, this one caught my eye. Right underneath the search bar, smart quotes about gratitude to make me seem smart, this quote read, then just underneath that, the name of the speaker should be listed. But not this time, unknown author. So I'll be taking the time to thank this unknown author, to thank this author for his contribution, because Lord knows I wouldn't be that eloquent. I had to use spell check for that word, so. I've always been a little different. I'm loud, it says so in the yearbook. I'm talkative also, it says so in the yearbook. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty unforgettable. That one's in the yearbook too, yeah. And I'm amazing. Now that's not said in the yearbook, but my mom says I'm awesome all the time, so it has to be, you know? Now, even though that one isn't etched into stone, like the rest are etched into the yearbook, I believe it and I know it. Gratitude isn't inherently external. For the freshmen in the back, what I mean by this is gratitude isn't just for your peers and wonderful people around you. I believe it is just as important to be grateful to yourself. Have you ever thought about that? Thanking yourself every once in a while? I thank myself not even actually right now because I'm shaking. Now I'm thanking myself right now for not collapsing on this stage. It's very scary. Self-gratitude is a skill in its own right, something you have to work at and learn to use. I didn't pop out into this world with all this self-assuredness. It was tough, grueling work. It took years and years to love and appreciate myself to live the life I knew I deserved. I thank myself for that, for my loud mouth and annoyingly strong will. I thank myself for the gall and audacity to join choir, something I knew nothing about. I thank myself for being so ambitious when picking classes last year and joining AP Stat, though maybe I shouldn't be thanking myself for that. I'll see when the midterm grade comes back. That's enough about me. Lord knows I could keep talking about my accomplishments, and I want to turn it over to you. Athletes in the room. I heard you all yell when Tommy got up, so I know you're in here. Athletes in the room, I implore you to thank yourself for sticking to it. I know it's not easy. I think everybody can tell I know it's not easy. Artists, in all aspects, thank yourself for your dedication to your craft. I wouldn't be able to do half the things you all do. The skippers, just thank yourself for coming to school today. I know it wasn't easy to get up out of that comfy bed this morning. Teachers, thank yourselves for finding resilience in dealing with me. And parents, thank yourself for thank yourself for making wonderful, amazing human beings who will go on to make a name, a life, and a career, all due to your love, kindness, and after meeting some of them, bravery and patience. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. You all are enough. Thank yourselves every once in a while. I'll leave with one last quote, especially for the seniors who are going to start to move on. As I graduated high school, it didn't faze me anymore. Right now, I don't even care what people think about me. I'm happy with myself. That was said by Snooki. Thank you.
Thank you, Paige. Now I'd like to welcome Jermaine Kennedy.
Wait, which one? Which one is it? Okay. My speech isn't it's not really that funny, so. Okay, okay. Ever since you were born, gratitude's been an aspect in your life that you've shown in many different ways. The quieted cries after your mother tends to your needs. That exhilarating feeling as you tear off the wrapping paper on Christmas Day to see the toy you've always wanted. These expressions and excitements are experiences that alter your present day and affect your reactions in the future. As you grow and change, you can always look back at these great times and memories and be grateful for what has been and what is to come. Time and time again, you are reminded of your past experiences, how they affected your mental growth. At times, even though these memories aren't always good, they're like the cycle between the moon and the sun. Where there are light times, there will also be there are light and fun times. There will also be dark and negative times following. Just know that light will be brought back into your life, and you can choose to be grateful for the courage to fight through these tough times and find greatness again. Being grateful doesn't mean just saying thank you, though, and going about your day. It is remembering and expressing how you will live your life based on these upbringings. You could sit around all day and mingle on past experiences and without accepting and capturing the beautiful pictures and life around you in this present day in the limited cycle called life. Or you could thrive and base your attitude and expression on your present experiences bring up and giving that light and positivity to others around you. And even though finding the silver lining in everything is very hard at times, like always, really, it's really, these things are really necessary to help form who you are today. I used to always think of things negatively. I used to like one negative experience through my whole mood throughout the day, and I just wouldn't talk to anybody. And this is the dark side that followed me in this repeating cycle. But there will always be someone who understands you and shows you that even if you look at an experience in one way, there's always another point of view that is so underlooked that it brings so much value into your life. This is another example of gratitude. You are so trusting of someone to tell them about your experiences, and they can sympathize enough with you to give you a better solution to the one that you originally were going to live by. In my experience, gratitude prevents me from bringing negativity to school. I always try to look at things from different perspectives so that I can choose the best possible reaction for my own situations. And time again, when I have to wake up for school, I still am grateful for the friends who helped me throughout my day, help me actually like get through these classes, because they're like really beating me right now. But yeah. But however, it's my family who's the pedestal forever tipping and forever holding the tipping and weighing scale that is my life. You can look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah. In my recent experiences, I've come back from my breaks from school to see a bunch of like assignments like passing up on me or coming up on me, and like I'm like so grateful that I'm able to protect my peace and just ignore them, and go throughout my day. But on a serious note though, for me, gratitude stands for being comfortable in your own skin. I'm proud of my past and what my culture has done, and how this buildup has built me for who I am today. And helped me believe in myself to even come up here and do something that I never in my life thought I'd do in the past like 3 years, just sitting there watching people do it. Like, it's kind of crazy. But a person I think of when I think of gratitude is Carter G. Woodson. He fought so hard pushing stereotypical standards down and barriers to appreciate and show gratitude for his own culture and the presence of African Americans in America. And he even founded what was known as Negro Appreciation Week, what we now know as Black History Month. So I'm very grateful for that. This whole month is like just an embodiment of how everyone is so grateful for how like the presence of us in the world, and it's just so special. But another person I think of in this present time that I admire so much is Kinaja Alexander. Throughout the years I've known her, she's improved in ways that I cannot explain in the short time I have with you. But to sum it up, even through hard times, she was always there to bring smiles to everyone's faces. Like while we were stressing out about Color Day and stuff, she's always there cracking jokes and bringing like fun times, and just it's so positive. But yeah, so yeah, I'm grateful for everything in the present, but forevermore and always will be grateful for my past, my family, and the work of my ancestors for providing me for the support I need to become the person I am today. But in my last moment with you, I want to read you a poem I wrote. It is titled Cycle. Okay. Every day I wake up, my eyes full of glow. I'm grateful, I'm thankful for all that I know. A new day's begun, the cycle restarts. I walk, I stride, I do my part. Each day goes by, new experiences are shown. I'm growing, I'm changing, my age has shown. And you talk, you laugh, you shine so bright. Everyone loves you, everything's just right. But as the cycle starts, it comes to an end. You sleep, you wake, you're grateful again. Thank you.
Thank you, Jermaine. Next, let's welcome Samantha Tanasaka.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Samantha Tanasaka, and today I will be reading you my speech of Gratitude is the Attitude. Gratitude. It's a feeling of thankfulness and appreciation for the good things in life, no matter how big or small. For some of us, gratitude has been more than just a feeling. It becomes an essential part of growing up. It shapes who we are as people, whether we learn it from our experiences, the people in our lives, or the struggles we face. Gratitude is a driving force that motivates us to appreciate everything we have. We all have something or someone we're grateful for. It could be a person like your family, your friends, or even a teacher who's made a difference in your life. Maybe it's a passion, like the sport you've loved since you were a kid or the job you worked so hard to get. For some of us, it's a dream we've had or an idea we've worked on that means everything to us. For me, it's the experiences I've lived through and the lessons I've learned that have taught me to be grateful. We all find gratitude in different ways. Some of us learn it early in life, while others don't realize it until later on. I'm sure we've all heard the phrase, "You don't know what you have until it's gone." That's a good reminder to appreciate the little things in life that make you who you are. The things that make your life special. It could be the way you look, your talents, or the way you see the world, or your ability to make people feel understood. I'm sure someone is grateful for you too, and to have you in their life. For me, I'm grateful to wake up to a new day every day. I've realized the importance of gratitude from a young age. Growing up with immigrant parents, I learned early on to appreciate everything I have in life. My parents sacrificed so much to give me the opportunities they never had. They left behind their country, their family, and everything they knew to build a better life for me. Imagine having to start over in a new country, not knowing anyone, not speaking the language, and working hard to make that place feel like home. That's what my parents did for me. Everything they've done was for my future, and for that, I will always be grateful. I'm incredibly blessed to have my mom, the strongest woman I know. She's shown me what hard work really means and taught me to never give up, no matter what. I'm thankful for my family in Ecuador, who support me and love me from afar. I know they'll always be there for me, no matter where life takes me. I'm thankful for the places I've been, the places that have shaped me, and the people who have been there along the way. I'm thankful for being born in New York and living in Queens with my mom, for living in Ecuador for 3 years, learning about my culture, my family history, and understanding where I come from. I'm thankful for the time in Philly where I met my best friend for life, Catalina, and formed a friendship that I'll always treasure. And I'm thankful for Pottsgrove, where I made some of the best friends I've ever had. These are the friends I laugh with, cry with, and give advice to, though, let's be honest, we don't always listen to each other. I'm so grateful for cheer and the amazing girls I've met through it. They're not just my teammates, they're like my sisters. And I know I'll carry those friendships with me for the rest of my life. I'm grateful for the teachers who have helped me get to the point in my life, especially Ms. Dolga, Mr. Stogg, Mr. Shantz, and Ms. Crum. Thank you for being so passionate about teaching and for creating a classroom where I felt safe and supported. You've all made a difference in my life, and I can't thank you enough for that. As I look back on these 4 years, it feels like they've flown by so fast, and I'm thankful for every single moment. I'm grateful for the experiences I've had, the memories I've made, and the lessons I've learned. I've learned that life is so much more about appreciating the people around you, and I'm thankful for the friends and teachers and the family who have helped me along that way. If I could give one piece of advice to anyone, it would be to do this. YOLO, and as we say in Ecuador, Chuya vida, and remember to thank me later. Don't take anything for granted. Life moves fast, and it's easy to get it's easy to get caught up in the past or focus too much on what's next. Instead, take the time to be grateful for what's in front of you, for the people who make you who you are, and for every new opportunity that comes your way. Life may not always go the way you expect it to, but I promise you, there's always something to be thankful for. I hope my experiences and the things I'm grateful for remind you to appreciate what you have too. Take a look around and notice the people, the moments, and the lessons that shape your life. You'll see there's so much to be thankful for if you just stop and appreciate it. Hold your family and friends close and never take a moment for granted. Life is a gift and it's up to you to make the most of it. And to end, quiero dar las gracias a mi mamá y papá y a mi ñaña Ari y mis tíos Jackie, Kiro, Cheo y Paolo, mis primos Natalie, Cristi, Kira y mi bebé Angelita. Les quiero mucho y les agradezco por todo el amor que me han mostrado toda mi vida. No sé qué haría sin ustedes y les amo con todo mi corazón. Gracias a mi familia y mi abuelita Natalia que está en el cielo. Ustedes siempre están ahí para mí a pesar de la distancia. Lo hago todo por ustedes, los extraño y los amo mucho. Gracias por todo. Gracias. Thank you. Let's go, seniors.
Thank you, Samantha. Next, please welcome Johnny Neihart.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here today to speak about gratitude, as you all know, so I'll start by sharing mine. It has to sprout from somewhere. I am grateful that you are all sitting here listening to us talk. I know from the last 3 years, when I was sitting there, you're probably not paying attention, but it at least looks like it, so thanks. Now, before I even begin my main speech, while I'm still in the window of our oh-so-little attention spans, I'll say this. Gratitude is commonly referred to in the context of helping others, the benefits of spreading kindness. But let's be real, we're all high schoolers. Time to be selfish for a brief moment and talk about what gratitude can do for me. I'll provide the facts, you take it or leave it. 1, reduced stress. This lowers levels of cortisol, reducing fatty tissue. 2, better sleep. This leads to a clearer mind and more energy. 3, people like you. That's less fake friends and more real ones. And who doesn't want that? And 4, it releases dopamine and serotonin. This lowers levels of depression and makes you feel more happy, but it also improves your appetite. So now, if you are losing your focus and want to zone back out, at least you may be grateful for what gratitude can do for you. But if you have the capacity to, if you're still hungry for more, then keep listening. Because when I hear the word gratitude, I imagine a tree, and not just any tree, an apple tree. It takes time to grow gratitude, starting out as a little sprout. It needs to be watered each day. It needs to be shared with the world, exposed to the bright golden sun, not shut away in some dark corner. It needs time, and for someone not to give up on it. And while it grows, the healthier it gets, and the farther its branches will spread. They will reach out and stretch across boundaries, connecting with those they have deemed unreachable. The branches will thicken and strengthen while the roots take firm hold. Nothing can sway this tree. There is no storm it can't weather, no axe its bark can't stop. It will survive the brutal forces of the world while standing tall and beautiful. And oh look, it's starting to bear fruit. Bright red apples. You pluck one from the tree, and its waxy coating feels like friendship. So you grab another and take a bite. The only word fit to describe its effects on you, rich. All around you are apples of opportunity, others that smell of success or display remarkable beauty, but they're all equally satisfying, and they're all yours for the taking. Now picture this. While you are indulging yourself on the fruits of your labor, the summer day turns unfortunately and unimaginably hot. Out of your control, the big hot ball in the sky blisters skin just because it can, but not yours. You are thriving in the shade of this apple tree. Take note, the sun doesn't burn any less bright. Its harsh rays still rain down, but one might say you can be grateful to have this tree and how it keeps you cool in heated situations. Now, some may make the valid point that their tree can't grow because of the environment it was planted in. The home where it resides is lacking in ample resources, not enough nutrients to go around, or perhaps the air is clouded with too much heat that the sun can't shine through. The small sapling feels like it's suffocating, but what can it do? It's a tree. This isn't a cartoon where the branches reach down, lift up the pot like a skirt, while the roots act like little legs and run away. But if you take the time to learn and put in the work to grow this tree of gratitude, with a little help from the bigger trees and their air-purifying leaves, then everyone will crane their necks back and stare to take in the full beauty that your magnificent tree has become, so strong and resilient. You can be a symbol for others. That is what I see when I hear the word gratitude. As you all know, my name is Johnny. and I grew up in Pottsgrove and made lots of friends. But you may not have known that I acquired a lot of nicknames as well, especially from elementary school. I'd say the most common would be that of one, Johnny Appleseed, which has been said to me too many times to be funny. So now I say this: if I finally live up to the name Johnny Appleseed, then I plant this seed of gratitude in each and every one of you. Let it grow and take care of it. Soon you will find the fruits it produces are more fulfilling than any happiness you may think to reach for. The branches of each tree will reach out, and together we can grow a place where others can live. A safe haven where life is richer and thrives in the shade, because it's not just a single tree anymore, but rather a forest, a healthy community. And so that we can be grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny. Please welcome our next finalist, Emily Gomez.
It's funny how we often hear the phrase, be grateful. Sometimes it feels like just another thing people say. But when I look back on my time at Pottsgrove, I've realized that gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's an action. It's about how we show up for each other, support one another, and make this community stronger. When I think about Pottsgrove, I can't help but reminisce about each year that brought us here today. I remember sitting in these seats as a freshman, listening to seniors give their speeches, and think about what it would feel like to stand here one day. Each year, Color Day was something we all looked forward to, a chance to come together as a school, celebrate our traditions, and show off our class pride. And now, here we are. Seniors, this is our year, and I promise I won't keep you too long. We've got a lot to look forward to today. I'm grateful for all the moments that have shaped these past 4 years. Our incredible teachers have been a huge part of that. They don't just teach lessons from a textbook, they teach us how to be better people. They push us, encourage us, and help us grow in ways we might not even realize until we look back. I'm also thankful for the music department. Music has been such a special part of my time at Pottsgrove. Whether it was rehearsing for concerts, performing in musicals, or just spending time with friends who share the same passion, every performance has reminded me how music brings us together and creates memories that last far beyond the stage. But it's not just about the big moments, it's about the little things that make Pottsgrove feel like home. From cheering at football games to hanging out in the hallways, Pottsgrove had always been a place where we can be ourselves. We're not just classmates, we're a family. And now, seniors, as we step into our final Color Day, I want to encourage everyone to take it all in. Look at your friends, your teachers, and everyone who has been a part of this journey with you. Be grateful for the memories you've made, and let's make today another unforgettable one. Because gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's about living in a way that shows you truly appreciate what you've been given. And here at Pottsgrove, we have so much to be thankful for. I am thankful for my mom, my dad, my stepmom, my family, everyone who lives in Florida, and everyone who supports me. So let's bring the energy, show our pride, and make this the best Color Day yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Now let's welcome our next finalist, Tommy Boyce.
Good morning, Pottsgrove. This year, the Color Day speakers were presented with a very simple yet meaningful prompt: gratitude is the attitude. At first glance, it may just seem like a catchy rhyme, but when you dig a little bit deeper, it shows a powerful reminder of how we can approach life. Gratitude isn't always just about saying thank you when something good happens. It's about finding appreciation even in the everyday challenging moments of life. But let's be honest, practicing gratitude isn't always easy. In a world where we feel like we're constantly comparing ourselves to others, gratitude can feel like an uphill battle. We see other people's achievements, their successes, or the way their lives seem perfect, and suddenly our own lives feel smaller and smaller. As the saying goes, comparison is the thief of joy. How often do we focus on what someone else has? Better grades, more opportunities, or a flawless life on social media? It gets easy to get caught up in the mindset of not enough. But gratitude shifts our focus. It reminds us what we have and who we are is more than enough. When we focus on what others have, we overlook the blessings right in front of us. We forget to appreciate our own strengths, opportunities, and experiences. Gratitude begins when we take a moment to value the people in our lives. Think back to a time when someone went out of their way to help you. These moments often feel small at the time, but they're the ones that stick with us and shape who we are and teach us the power of kindness. Gratitude is also about recognizing the great things in your everyday life. How often do we rush through life without noticing the little things? A smile, a conversation, or a moment of silence? These small moments, often taken for granted, are the building blocks of a meaningful life. For me, gratitude also connects on a deeper sense of faith and purpose. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 reads, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Jesus Christ." Whether you are religious or not, this message reminds us that gratitude isn't just for the good times. It's about finding peace and purpose even in the tough times. This reminds me of another verse, Psalm 28:7. "The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him and he helps me." Gratitude grows when we remember that even in the moments of difficulty, we are never alone. There's strength in knowing that challenges can shape us and that faith and people can guide us forward. In fact, gratitude is a reminder that every day is an opportunity to grow. Challenges may come our way, but they don't have to define us. They can refine us. When we choose to focus on the lessons rather than setbacks, gratitude transforms difficulties into stepping stones. Think about a time when something didn't go as planned. Maybe you failed a test, missed out on an opportunity, or faced a personal disappointment. At the moment, it might have felt like the end of the world. But looking back, you can probably see how it made you grow, more resilient, or more compassionate. Gratitude helps us reframe those moments, teaching us to value the journey just as much as the destination. So how do we make gratitude our focus? Just start with simple acts of kindness that have the power to brighten someone's day. Being nicer to people, whether they're complete strangers or a close friend, creates a ripple effect of positivity. Your compliment, thank you, smile, could be the reason someone does the same for another person. Little things like these end up leaving the biggest impacts on people. As I wrap up today, I just want to thank you all for you to be here today. Whether you're a friend, a teacher, or a classmate, your presence matters. So today, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for listening, for being a part of this moment, and for reminding me and each other that gratitude truly is the attitude. Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy. Next, let's welcome our next finalist, Savannah Van Horn.
Hey guys, I promise I'm gonna try and keep this short. My sister says I have a tendency to ramble when it comes to storytelling. When interpreting the theme, gratitude is the attitude, I knew right away that I wanted this speech to be about my time, growth, and accomplishments at Pottsgrove High School. I could not be more grateful for the teachers, friends, and opportunities that I have been given over the last 4 years. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an extremely involved student at school. I play field hockey, I'm in the musical, I'm choir president, involved in all 3 of our choir groups, vice president of student council, and a part of the Give Back program, National Honor Society, and the ESL leadership program, while being in the top 10 of my class. I'm not going to lie, high school has been extremely rocky. I've struggled, I've cried a lot, and I've been extremely overwhelmed. But I wouldn't trade any of the hard times if it meant I couldn't be where I am today. Being involved in so many groups has given me the self-confidence to be able to stop caring so much about what everyone else thinks about me and start doing things for myself and my own happiness. Freshman year, I would have never seen myself getting to be a captain at the sport I had only started in the 9th grade, or creating opportunities for others by starting the ESL Leadership Program, where so many students from our high school are now able to share and experience my love for working with the elementary school students, because Mrs. Godinez and Mrs. Ebert took a chance on my idea. I spent the first several weeks of my senior year building student council from the ground up, begging teachers to be our advisor. Thank you, Mrs. McCown, because I genuinely think it is so fun to just let go and enjoy a silly spirit day. Craziest of all, being able to say we won the B101 choir competition and got to perform for 23,000 people at the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Yay, chamber choir. I am so beyond grateful for my chaotic, crazy schedule and for my parents and siblings who are always there to watch and support me, whether it be at deck hockey, field hockey, choir concerts, musicals, award ceremonies, NHS inductions, and even my hour-long story times at dinner. I know I can always count on them to be there, and even though I may not always vocalize my appreciation, I know just how lucky I am to have you guys. I'm also extremely grateful for the friends I have today, as I don't know where I would be without them. You guys are so beyond amazing and supportive, and I'm so happy to be able to say I have friends who are always there to lift me up and support me. The last person I'd like to thank won't be a shock to anyone that knows where I spend 4 of the 7 periods I'm at school. You know I couldn't make it through the whole speech without you. Mrs. McMahon, I'm so extremely grateful for you and all that you do for me. I couldn't imagine spending every period laughing in anyone else's room. Thank you for your time, and I genuinely hope that everyone here takes just a moment to realize that there are so many things to be grateful for in our everyday lives that we tend to take for granted.
Thank you, Savannah. Thank you all, and best of luck. Voting will be completed at the conclusion of this morning's program. When you return to your Color Day homeroom, please vote for who you believe best represented Pottsgrove High School in our theme. And remember, all of these classmates are worthy of being Color Day finalists this year. Voting will take place on paper. Please vote in your admin homeroom when you return back from the ceremony. And now on behalf of Pottsgrove High School, I will ask Mr. Armstrong to join me in presenting each of our finalists with a keepsake plaque from today's performance. Ethan Chambers, Paige Peterson, Jermaine Kennedy, Samantha Tanasaka, Johnny Neihart, Emily Gomez, Tommy Boyce, and Savannah Van Horn. Thank you all for your attention this morning, and once again, please welcome Mr. Onspach back to the podium. He has some closing remarks and will then dismiss you back to your Color Day homeroom.
Okay, one more round of applause for everybody on the stage. Thank you very much.